I've got cider people.
Hi there, can I please get a grande iced white mocha with oat milk? Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the vlog. You can't see me. It is 9:39. Ivy and I are off to Whole Foods because Ben wasn't able, if you watched my last vlog, wasn't able to get everything from the health food store that we needed. Gonna get a couple of things today. I am getting a coffee, which technically I shouldn't be, but I am. Ivy had a rough night last night, but Ben did it all. He didn't tell me until this morning, but apparently she like puked a couple times. She's not sick, so we think it's just from congestion and like laying on her back. Anyway, I'm gonna grab my coffee. We're gonna go to Whole Foods and then we're gonna get on with this weekend vlog. Oh my gosh, you guys, my hair. I like didn't have a hair tie with me and it is like leaving the house with it not only wet but like freshly washed. Woo! Went to Whole Foods. I have never been in this one, I don't think. Maybe when I lived here like years ago, like when I lived in the city, sometimes I would stop at the grocery stores out here, but I don't even think, I really don't think I actually ever came here. It was nice because like nobody was there. Look at my hair. But it's just so easy to spend money very quickly at Whole Foods, especially if you're like me. It's kind of like when we lived in Raleigh. Sprouts was just like an easy money spender as well. So anyway, oh well. So yeah, I think I spent like 70 bucks. I'll show you when I get home what I bought. I needed to get Ivy some more baby food. We need to come up with a system to like make baby food, like puree type food, because she still likes that stuff. Only buy it in bulk. Wow, I look terrible. I cannot believe I went into public looking like this, Ivy. I shouldn't say that in front of her. These are the things I'm trying to reteach myself, is not attacking the way that I look in front of my daughter, who is going to be taught to attack her own looks. Anyways. Okay, apparently all I do on this channel is grocery hauls. That was a couple of random things. These weren't on the list, but they were on sale. Alexia, waffle cut fries. Got Ben very expensive eggs. They're the only ones that he'll eat. Got a lactose-free cottage cheese. Ivy really likes that, so do I, but she likes it, which is good. It's like a way to get her protein. I got this ice cream for Ben and I, and then I got 2 plant-based Siggy's yogurts because I don't go to Whole Foods very often, and Ben and Ivy both eat those. I got her some puffs, basically all of her like easy food, some teeter crackers, and then a whole bunch of purees. I honestly just started grabbing ones. There's some dried rosemary in here, some lentils, 10 baby foods, a crushed tomato for a recipe, and rice vinegar. Welcome to $75 at Whole Foods. I need to put this stuff away. Ivy needs to go down for a nap in the next like 15-20 minutes, and then I'll start on my little afternoon nap time stuff, which I went in depth on what I do in my last video. So I can link that just so you're not having like identical videos back to back. I will say it was nice going to Whole Foods because there was like not really many people there. It's just like a really clean store, and like I said, all the fun stuff that they have, it's just so expensive. Ben, Ivy, the dogs are all outside. This kitchen is a wreck because none of us have cleaned it today. I'm gonna make myself some, or one of my Green Chef meals. Did I even show you guys what I got? I don't know. Apparently I was in a shrimp mood when I set this up. Creamy paprika shrimp, green beans with pecans and cabbage slaw. Ancho chicken soup, which honestly, this sounds really good to me, so I might do this one, even though then I'll have 2 shrimp in a row. And then spicy coconut curry shrimp soup. Jasmine rice, scallion, ginger, black sesame seeds. Yeah, I'm just feeling the soup, so I'm gonna do that. See how long it takes me. It is now 4:45. I'm just like not feeling myself today. The day 2 of my period is always hard for me. And then just like physically, I'm like feeling a little self-conscious about how I look. We went for a walk after lunch. I got super sick to my stomach, which has happened randomly a couple times the last week, which is weird because I have not had any egg. If you guys are new or didn't see a few vlogs ago, like a couple months ago now, I found out that I have an egg white allergy, which was affecting my stomach. One of the like good and bad parts is they send everything pre-packaged for you, which is nice to make it easy, but that also means that there's just like a ton of packaging. I'll probably just show you guys this when it's all done because I'm tired. And I know I'm gonna be distracted if I film while I'm doing this. So I'm just gonna film it and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Large pot and a small saute pan. But I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. I think I'm gonna watch a YouTube video while I do it because Ben is hanging with Ivaruski. Okay, here's the soup all finished. To be honest, it's like more of a, there's not like a ton of liquid. It's like a stew almost. A lot of onion. I need to remember with their stuff to not actually use as much onion as they say. Okay, it's 7:09 p.m. Ben is putting Ivy down. I think I might have a snack. I don't know. I'm sure Ben's gonna want to watch something. I'm just looking forward to a new start tomorrow. I just realized just today wasn't like my day. There wasn't anything bad about it. I guess I just like just wasn't my favorite day. Even though I let the dogs up, Finn can never be away from me. Got the vlog up. I think I'm gonna make a snack. I need to stop looking at how many dislikes a video gets because like you guys can't see it. It's like not a helpful metric because I don't know like what somebody didn't like about it. A lot of times it's just random people coming to my channel that don't normally watch the videos and then they're just a-holes and thumbs them down. Anyway, but I need to stop looking at it because it always like irritates me because not only because it's like my content, but because I used to be a social media manager and I just like in my brain I'm like, YouTube, this is a stupid metric. It's not helpful. Some of this ice cream I bought. The ice cream, I'm telling you, cashew milk ice cream is a game changer because it's just better. If you're doing dairy-free ice cream, obviously normal ice cream is the actual better, but for dairy-free ice cream, cashew milk is great because it's like very soft and has like a similar texture to regular ice cream. I mean, it's not the same and it will never be the same, but making freaking dairy-free ice cream with coconut and almond is stupid. I'm just like full of opinions tonight because it's just like, it's too icy and then it's not like the texture, you know? You just want the real texture. What are you doing? Yeah. Leave that. Hey friends, it is 11:27 on Saturday. I already showed you a couple clips from this morning. We went to the library. We're gonna try to do that every other weekend. Every weekend maybe, but like at least every other weekend. It's just like a great way to get Ivy out of the house and to like see other kids. Even though she feels fine, but she's still like a tiny bit runny. I wouldn't want somebody having their kids get their runny nose all over her or their stuff. So we kind of kept her to herself as much as we could. I slept in until like 8, I think. Ivy woke up last night at like 10:30 and just was really struggling going back to sleep because she's stuffed up, especially when she's sleeping. I sat with her until like 12 something, and then I went to bed. She woke up at 3:30, and then Ben took her. Okay, so I just put Ivy down for her nap. I'm like kind of hungry, but I don't really want to eat yet. Ben is on a call with a friend of his. I'm gonna get my hair cut in like 3 hours, 11, 12, 1, 2. I'm just gonna get a trim. I'm not doing anything. I was thinking about going and getting like my nails redone, but I just like don't want to. That is the plan for the rest of the day, hanging out with Ivy. We actually switched some of her toys around. We moved her ball pit down here and moved her like climbing tower upstairs. So we'll see how that goes. Ben and I had a conversation last night about like switching stuff around because I've talked about it a lot in vlogs before, but I just like really struggle with the layout and the size of this house, which I'm still privileged that we can afford a house to rent, so I understand that, but I just want to like make it work better for us because the clutter and the just like mess all the time just kind of like drives me crazy. Like all these Nespresso things, I want to organize those in a drawer down there. I would like to either get a new desk at some point that has drawers so you can't see all my stuff in it, or like just better figure out that area. Her like toddler pen down here, we're gonna keep for now. Eventually when she's not like destructive, like right now she has to be watched at all times, otherwise she's like putting shit in her mouth. But like eventually, I don't know, in like 6 months or so, I mean, I know that she'll always need to be watched, but you know what I mean? There's just like a difference. Like she has to be watched all the time versus like when she can like help me in the kitchen or things like that. We might get rid of this pen at that point or like put it in storage for when we have another kid, but like it just takes up a lot of room. But for now, it's like a perfect way to be able to like contain her when we need to do stuff in here. What we're actually talking about is 2 things. Upstairs, well, 3 things. Moving her crib out of our room and into her room, and then setting up like a little, I don't know, nook in our room. Our room's very small, but just like a little tiny nook where if Ben or I want to like get away and like have alone time, we can have that in that room. We had talked about getting like a beanbag, or honestly putting like a blanket on the floor with like a little place to put your water and like a candle or something is honestly all that it really needs. But we need to get her crib into her room, which will be like a whole transition for both her and I. And then the other thing is reconfiguring our upstairs, which I can show you instead of just talking to you about it. I just gotta be quiet because Ivy's sleeping. So as you can see in here, this is like kind of how we have it set up right now. We just have like a papasan knocked over and that, so she doesn't get to the like cranks by the window. We just moved this up here. We might get like more of these mats, I'm not really sure. But what I'm thinking, I don't know if it's gonna work, but what we're thinking is putting this end table until like, I would prefer to get a smaller end table, but for now it's fine, we already own it. Putting that over there, it will make everything not centered, which I don't know if that will drive me crazy or not. The possible thought is putting that over there, buying a nugget couch and putting that there, and then that can be like moved around and stuff. Possibly getting stuff for her for the cranks on the window so she doesn't hurt herself. Getting rid of the papasan or putting it somewhere else. It doesn't necessarily need to be in here. And then we could put this thing, either keep it where it is or put it like here on the wall, or we could put the nugget couch over here. The only reason we thought about doing, and I'm just like saying a nugget couch, basically we just want like foam things just to like keep her away from the window so we don't have to keep putting like the ottoman over there or that, you know. Right now there's just like my workout equipment on the floor, old toys. Like we need to just get rid of some of her toys or put them in storage or whatever. We had talked about getting, I think like IKEA, maybe I can put a picture, has like some drawers or things that we can put her toys on, because right now they're just like thrown in there. So if we can have some more organization with her toys, like I understand that we have a kid and we plan on having at least one more kid, so like there's always going to be kid stuff and that's fine, but like I just am tired of it being like strewn everywhere, you know, like having, I don't care if like when she's playing with it, that's fine, but like I want to teach her how to like put things away. All the crap over there is just like a landing zone. A lot of that's like my stuff or cords, and like I said, some of the workout stuff. And then I was thinking we would move this gray thing to just cover the stairs and like this area for now. I really like don't love this thing, but it's the only way to keep her like mostly contained, since like this is obviously very dangerous for a toddler. She's good at going up the stairs, but she is not good at going down the stairs. And then we're also thinking of setting up a gym in our garage. So hear me out. Y'all know, if you watch my budgeting videos, that I wanted to get a gym membership and I wanted to go to Lifetime, which is like a very nice gym here. The problem has been two things. One, I have a lot of gym anxiety, and the Schaumburg Lifetime is the busiest gym I've ever been to in my life. Like, it's busy all the time. There are constantly people there. It's so big. And not that I expected it to be like empty. I understand that I like don't live in the middle of nowhere like I used to, like when I lived in Wisconsin, but like it's like really busy. And I love that I have like one-on-one Pilates there, but I'm paying over $300 for those two things, and that is insane. I'm just like not using it. It's really hard for me to get there because I only have like certain amount of time that I can work out. The point is that we want to make things easier for me, like when it comes to my health, my mental health, and working out. Easier would mean having more access to stuff here. It would also cost less. So our thought process is like literally 1 or 2 months of the gym membership that I'm paying, we could like really set up something nice in the garage. Honestly, 1 month of it between the two things. And then if I want to, I could get a Pilates membership at a Pilates studio, which would still be like $100 a month. I'm paying, like I said, over almost $300 a month for a gym membership and Pilates. So that's just, it's just too much, especially because I'm not using it. I'm just like not in a place in my life right now where I can use it and as much as I like want to in order to make that worth the money. So that's what we're thinking, and it feels just like really good to me. What we're thinking of doing, because we're not really using our garage, it's right here on the other side of this wall. It is very small. I'll just show you if we ever like set it up. I'll do like a vlog on it, but like we can't get Ivy in and out of the car in there. So it really was only nice on the days that it was like -30. So that will be something that we won't have like next winter when it's really, really cold. Our car will be outside, but for the most part, we've just left the car outside anyway because it's hard to get Ivy in and out of the car because it's just like a 1-stall garage and it's very small. So our thought was putting some mats down out there, which we already have from our house in Raleigh, putting my dumbbells out there. We have dumbbells, a kettlebell. I would like to get like a little dumbbell holder, like rack. And then we had thought about buying initially I wanted to buy like a squat rack and all that stuff, and I'm like, I don't need all that yet. Like, I just don't need that yet. But what we could get for about the price of 1 month of my membership with Pilates too, like in addition, is a cable machine. Like, so it's multifunctional and I could use, and I love cable machines. And then I can do like deadlifts and squats if I want to with my dumbbells for now. And like if I get really strong and I want to start like getting a squat rack in like a year, we can talk about that. But there's no use in like buying all that stuff now when I'm barely working out as it is. I used to work out a ton and I used to like deadlift really heavy, which I think is like what I want to do, but I'm like nowhere near doing that yet. So I think like a cable machine would be good. Moving my dumbbells and bands out there, my yoga mat, and then I can use that to work out. Maybe getting, we're still unsure about getting like a walking pad or a small treadmill. It is going to warm up and I will have the ability to walk more. Ben really doesn't want to invest in that, but I do. So we're just not sure. So that's kind of like on the fence, but for sure getting like a cable machine of some sort. I found one from Walmart actually that was like, I don't know, $200. You do have to buy weights though too. So we need to figure that out. So we could set that up and then I can work out in there, and like maybe we could get like a small space heater for when it's cold. Obviously if it's like -30, I'm not gonna work out there, but I wouldn't work out at the gym if it was -30 either. So it's the same thing. But yeah, and then all of my like
heavy weights are away from Ivy, so she's not gonna like get hurt. And then, you know, when she gets a little bit bigger, she could come out there with me. Or what it really is just like a space for me to like work out and have some space to myself. I think we might do that in the next month. Again, you know, we wanted to save money and now we're talking about like spending money on a bunch of stuff. I think between like moving Ivy out of our room, having a little space in there, reconfiguring this room, looking into fixing up our garage. I do have to give a month notice for my gym, so I'm still gonna have to pay for it through March, and I still have 5 sessions of Pilates left that I just paid for, so I have to stay there for at least 5 weeks. I'm thinking like by the beginning of April then. I don't have a gym membership. If I want to do Pilates, I liked the Pilates studio. There's actually one that's like literally 6 minutes from my house, but they're really busy. And then there's one that's like 12 minutes from my house, and that's the one that I like did a trial at that I really liked. So if I'm going like once a week, a 12-minute one-way drive is not that big of a deal. I might just do that one so that it's like not super busy all the time. So that would just offset. In general, the price would be so much lower, and if I'm not feeling Pilates at that time, then I don't need to do it and I can just use my gym membership or my gym. And Ben's a personal trainer, so he can train me. I can keep doing Kelly Yeager's program, which I keep paying for and then I'm not using, which isn't her fault. Her programs are great. I'm just like not going to the gym. So I think that's what we're gonna do, and I'm feeling really good about it. Another random thing is I need to get some pillows for this couch because I'm still using my Christmas pillows, but that's like a home goods thing. That's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? Let me know down below if you have any ideas. I feel so guilty having such a high gym membership. If I was utilizing it, it would be worth it. It's totally worth it for me to like get out and meet people, but I'm just not using it that way. It's really hard for me to go to the gym. I'm not sleeping still through the night, so for me, the ability to like go and work out while Ivy is on her nap, if I do start sleeping through the night, I can like work out in the morning or work out in the evening when Ben is like done with work, and not having to commute somewhere to do it, that just like saves me time. So that's kind of the plan. I don't want to talk this whole time because I would like to watch a little bit of YouTube by myself. I'm currently watching a squirrel literally trapeze through the trees right now. So if you keep seeing me looking up, that's what I'm looking at, because I do not know how these little guys don't fall. And we had a conversation last night. I'm just really having a hard time. I think with us being sick, with it being winter and not getting out of the house, and then like over the summer we didn't get out of the house because Ben couldn't leave the house with his health stuff that was going on. I'm feeling very cooped up. I miss Raleigh. I miss the ability to like be in nature very easily, and I like kind of broke down about it again last night, feeling very stuck here. And this house is so much more expensive, and I feel like we're never gonna get ahead financially because of it. Ben really wants to try to stay here for at least another year, like here as in this house. He's like, okay, what can we do to like make it feel better for you here? Like, what can we do? Which he is very supportive. I don't know, I'm on my period, so I'm very emotional, but he's very supportive and he does want to help me feel better. And my initial reaction is to like pack up everything and to go back to Raleigh. Like, that's what I want to do. I just want to take Elizabeth with me, my sister-in-law. I'm really struggling and I'm really like missing it there, and I'm missing the opportunity that we had there. But I know if we moved back, I would miss the people here. So we're trying to figure out how to make this work for us for the next year and a half. Our lease isn't even up until June. There is no place in this area that is cheaper and even slightly similar quality. Like, that's why we jumped on this place so quickly. It's not like we can find something cheaper or nicer here. Like, nicer, we would be paying probably well over $3,000 a month, which is insane, and we don't have that money, nor would I want to spend that much on a rental. I'm very rambly. This is a very long clip, sorry guys. But that's just where I'm at. So that's what we're thinking of doing. I'm feeling really good about it, feeling very supported by Ben. Like I said, we might not meet our savings goals this next February, maybe even March, while we figure it out. But I think in the long run, if we're gonna be here another year and a half. We need to make this space work for us as Ivy grows, as we grow, if we have another baby, like all these things, like we have to make this house work for us. Okay, all bundled up because I think we're gonna go for a quick walk around the neighborhood. Ivy just woke up from her nap. She took a 2.5-hour nap. We had to wake her up, which is great. But it's cold today. It's been in the 50s the last 2 days. Now it's in the 30s. Great time.
Hey friends, okay, it's now 2:37. I have a hair appointment in whatever, 2:45 minus 2:40, 8 minutes. I'm just doing a trim, I think. I have no intention of doing anything crazy today, I don't think. Eventually I might cut my hair short, but we're not there yet, you know?
Okay, I'm home now. It's crazy how little time it takes to just get your hair cut compared to getting it dyed. I don't even know if you can tell a difference because I rarely wear my hair down, but she basically just cut off all the super dead stuff, most of it at least, and then put a few layers in it and then straightened it. Looks great. You want to say hello? Hello. Look at your hair, it looks great. What? You want to see yourself?
Why can't I see myself?
Can you see yourself now? Are you cheering?
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers. Daddy's tired.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, we moved her little thing up here, so. Have you been playing with it at all?
Mm-hmm. Actually, right before you came in, she was climbing up.
Yeah, we have to figure out what we're doing for the rest of the night. I was like throwing out the idea of ordering food earlier. I don't know how Benjamin's feeling about that, but
Yeah, it might make sense.
yeah. Yeah.
You say hi. Say hi.
Hi.
That noise.
Say, I took a 2.5-hour nap. Almost.
Daddy's ready for a 2.5 hour nap.
Yeah. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're showing them your deep breaths?
The mama's pretty
You like
hair.
my hair? Oh. She pulls it out. Wow. Yeah. Oh no.
Pretty.
Boob? Yes, that is a boob.
Silhouettes.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Nice side.
Thanks for that. You showing them that you stole my thing? This is my life now, you stealing all my hair stuff? Thank you. Good job. Ah. Ah. Ow. Yeah. Okay.
A little bit of water? Okay. You want to put it, can you put it back though?
No.
Can you please put it down over there? Here.
No.
Can you please put it on the table?
Can you give it to me?
No.
She was like doing that earlier. She was like putting it back on the table and that's cute.
You got quite the comb over going on. The deep side part.
Yep. Playing goalie in defense. And just, you want to slide? Here, I can help you slide.
Oh.
I'll slide.
That's a very strong slide.
Slide. Oh, you gotta lift your feet up. Here.
Was that fun?
You have stickies on the bottom of your feet. You You can tell when she's trying to get away because she like puts her arms in front of her. Ah! Ah! Oh no, he's coming to get me. This shoulder shrug.
Okay, it's now 7:11 p.m. and I got some more of this Natal Nourish stuff. If you followed me like years ago, I took this honestly to help me get pregnant or to like help support my body get pregnant. It's a nourishing plant-based tonic designed to support healthy fertility and pregnancy. It's just something I want to start taking again, honestly, just because my hormones are kind of on the fritz between thyroid issues and then like my period's been really off. Something's just off. So it's more of just like an overall like help for that area. Not planning to get pregnant anytime soon. So this came in the mail. I ordered this like Thursday, so that came very quickly. But I think I'm going to do the dishes. There's not too many, mostly bottles while Ben puts Ivy to sleep. Let's get to cleaning. I'll just show you quick before and afters and then we'll hop into Sunday.
Now Ivy's turn. Ready?
Is it fun? Is it fun?
Yeah.
Wee-oo, good job. Wee-oo. Do you like having more room in here?
Yeah, your little racetrack.
It is 12:52. Ivy's actually still sleeping in her new location. I'm crying again, but it's not because of that actually.
Yeah.
Sundays we're trying to do like a small what's it called, like check-in, I guess.
Yeah. Fam. Relationship check-in.
Yeah, and to just like check in on the week where we might need support, if there's anything we want to talk about going into the week. Yeah, I think normally there would be shorter than what happened today. So we did that a little bit. We kind of talked a little bit about like some meetings that Ben has this week and where I'm at with work since I don't have as much help this week because Elizabeth is sick and there's donut stuff going on. We also have a tax meeting this week. Taxes are very confusing when you're self-employed. I feel like our taxes are just confusing in general because we're getting money from a payout that Ben has. My business is technically not a business anymore, so I've just been like freelancing. All of these other things that are coming in from like our student loan tax documents, all that stuff. So we just had like a lot of stuff we had to bring into one place. I feel like money is just, it's a very triggering topic for both of us separately, and then as a couple it's also very triggering. Like we both don't have great money mindsets, and then coming together we've had some hardship, which you guys know if you've followed us. I just feel like we started putting everything together and it just feels very overwhelming. I'm just kind of having a moment where it just feels like we're never gonna get ahead. It's like fear, it's anxiety, it's anger, because like we make a lot of money. There's definitely places that we could like cut our expenses, but I don't think that we're like,
we don't live an exorbitant lifestyle by any means, and that's what I come back to also. Like, you know, for those of you that are budget savvy and watch Jesse's budget videos, like yes, there's always going to be areas where you can cut. Obviously we live a, you know, very privileged lifestyle, and we acknowledge that. I don't know, like we spend you know, again, if you watch the budget videos, like we constantly spend over what we want to on food and stuff like that. Even that, it's not like we're going out to restaurants and, you know, dropping like over $100 on dinner. You know, I feel like Jessie buys herself something once a month, twice a month. They're like stuff that like, even those aren't like massive purchases. Could we be smarter with our money? I think everybody could, but like we're not stupid with our money.
How could we be making over 100,000 and not like, and still be in this position and feel like if we lost my income or when we lose the payouts you're getting, we can't afford what we're doing. It just feels super overwhelming. Like we tried to save money for taxes and now it doesn't feel like it's gonna be enough. You know, we don't want to bring this into Ivy's life because at least I had a lot of money trauma growing up. We just never had a lot of money in my...
It was more of an energy in your environment than it was mine. Mine was pretty much just like...
There was just always
not
fear
talked about. Yeah. And it like, we just knew that we were getting food, shelter, clothing. There was no like emotional charge around that in my house, but there was also just an understanding of like...
We don't have money.
That was it. Like there wasn't...
Yeah, whereas ours was like,
that.
We can pay for that stuff, but we don't have the money even for that. To not have these conversations in front of her, but at the same time, like not being able to do things that she wants to do at some point. That's just like a small piece of it. That's not even really why I'm upset. I feel like I'm having a moment where I just feel very stuck. I felt like we had to move back here, which made our expenses go fairly high up. And we knew that was gonna happen, but now it's just becoming like overwhelming and it feels like I'm just afraid we're gonna like fall back into where we were a few years ago where we couldn't pay for regular stuff and we had to put stuff on credit in order to get by. I'm fearful that we're like on the road back to that. Going back to a job full-time for me doesn't make sense. Logistically, for Ivy, for me, for Ben, like it doesn't make any sense. The amount of money that I would make in a job would be overtaken by the amount we would have to pay for daycare anyway, if we could even get in daycare here. So that's just like not an option.
It just doesn't feel like there's viable solutions. Are there always options? Sure. We could go live in a place that is half this price.
Not here.
Technically we could live in a 1-bedroom and we could survive. That's what I'm getting at. Like there's nothing we can do.
It still would probably be $2,000 a month.
That's like, yeah. That's like a viable option that isn't like a drastic lifestyle change.
So it's been not the most fun nap time hustle that we've had before.
Generally nap times are like precious for doing your personal or relational, just like having that hour or two is like, you know, any of you parents out there know that's like, you obviously love your kids and hanging out with your kids, but that time is so precious.
We have a tax meeting on Tuesday night at 7:30 with a new accountant because the accountant that we were working with, we were just gonna try somebody different this time now that we've moved back. We're gonna meet with her and see if she can even like understand our taxes because I feel like they're very confusing. And if for some reason she can't, we'll use the accountant for one more year that we used to use. Hopefully we'll get that figured out this week because I just feel like I just like want it off my plate. Like I don't want to think about it anymore. I want somebody else to do it, to tell us how much we owe. We can pay it and we can just move on and make any changes for this year that we need to make as far as like saving or whatever. It's so interesting because I feel like taxes used to be an exciting time for me because I used to get like a refund. But in the last like, I don't know, 4 years, we haven't gotten a refund between like Ben's business and my business. I think, we did get like a small refund one year and we weren't expecting one, remember? And we were like so excited because we thought we were gonna have to pay and we actually got a little bit of money. So that was random, but otherwise we haven't gotten a refund. Just wanted to say, hey, during a real moment because I was crying well before the camera came on.
I want to paint you a visual of what kind of encapsulates this situation for me. And this is before today's conversation even, but now this is like that much more pertinent. I make over 6 figures with my job, or make 6 figures, however you want to say it. Recently, I saw a pair of shoes that I was like, these things are beautiful. I really want them. Jesse, when was the last time I bought myself a pair of shoes?
The green ones.
And then before that?
No idea. I
So
think
that
the
was
other
like
ones were
that was like
gifts.
6 months ago.
You got like gifts from people.
6 months ago, I wear shoes.
That was more than 6 months ago. You bought them when we still lived in Raleigh.
Okay, so like a year ago.
Yeah.
And then like years before that. These shoes are like just over $120, or they are $120. I work hard on a day-to-day basis, and I can't get myself to buy a single pair of shoes because of the impacts that will have. And again, I understand that this is like first world problems. I'm just painting a picture of like why this feels so insane and why it's so hard to escape a debt cycle, why it's so difficult to heal and work through and grow out of a poor money mindset when the circumstances still dictate and kind of like prove your point or prove these things to be true or whatever. I just kind of want to share that because that's
Debt and living expenses.
it's literally mind-boggling to me, and it makes me so sad that I work as hard as I do and I do what I do on a day-to-day basis, and I can't even get myself to buy myself a pair of shoes. Like something that has utility, right? Like it's not even something that completely frivolous, which I also wish I could buy something for $100 that was completely frivolous and feel okay with it. Just want to share that.
I still think you should buy the shoes.
I feel like I should buy the shoes too, just to like prove a point to myself that I can, but that just feels like so stupid, right? Like it's like such a bad decision. So how do we work through that? Help me, y'all.
Hello friends, it's the next day. Didn't film last night. Honestly, things just kind of went a little crazy. It's 11:12 on Monday. I am making this for lunch, and then I need to do my food freedom course stuff. So I'm gonna go in and out of light here because I have a window behind me. Today turned into not the day that it was supposed to. Last night kind of turned into just all over the place. Today I was supposed to be currently at Pilates and then working, and then I have a dentist appointment at 3. Ben's sister is sick, so Ben's mom has to work for her today. I was able to switch Pilates around again. I'm gonna go on Friday, and Ben's just gonna like not work for part of that time. I need to get in my Pilates workouts because I canceled my gym membership, so that'll be ending mid-March. But I have to use 5 Pilates classes before then. I switched that around. I still have to go to my dentist appointment because I can't cancel that. So Ben's just gonna have to like not work while I'm there. And that's totally fine. Thankfully, he has a very supportive job. They understand childcare and just like life in general, which I appreciate. Also, very much hope my sister-in-law is feeling better. I'm not like angry at them at all. Obviously, we gave her the sickness. So yesterday, I don't even remember the last time I talked to you guys. I made some like meatballs. I bought like a whole bunch of dips, and then we thought it was just Ben's dad coming over, and then his dad's friend came with last minute, and his dad's friend brought Portillo's for them to eat. They asked us if we wanted some, but we didn't. So, but that means that like nobody ate the dips or the meatballs that I made. So I'm glad that I didn't make like a whole dip. I was going to like make a homemade dip, and I'm really glad that I didn't because that would have just been a total waste of time. I had some of my buffalo dip and some of my meatballs, and then I sent them home to Elizabeth to have so that she has a little Super Bowl snack whenever she's feeling a little bit better. But yeah, so we had Ben's dad here, Ben's dad's friend here, and Ben's mom here for a little bit last night. So it was just like more people than I was anticipating, which was totally fine. I wasn't gonna film in front of a bunch of people. So we watched the Super Bowl. I was cheering for the Chiefs, kind of. I wasn't really cheering in general, but like if I wanted anybody to win, I guess it was the Chiefs. Thought it was a very good game. If you're into football, that's exactly the way that a Super Bowl should be. It should be a tight game up until the end. That's what it should be. Anyways, today is a little bit crazy. I'm starting a what I spend in a week video this week, so I don't think I'm gonna vlog today. I'm gonna make my spicy coconut curry shrimp soup. That's a lot of words. Hope that Ivy takes a long nap. She napped for 2.5 hours in her crib yesterday, and she slept through the night last night. I did not sleep through the night last night. Oh, that's something else I didn't say to you guys. She slept through the night last night, which was great, in her room. I did not. I woke up constantly. Like, I probably woke up like 10 or 12 times last night, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. But I had a mental breakdown yesterday putting her to bed. I was like hysterically sobbing. I feel like I could cry now too. I don't know. It's just some sort of like being disconnected from her in that way. Like, her not being in the room with me for so long was such a comfort, not only for her, but for me and like my postpartum anxiety and OCD and just in general. It feels very separate, even though she's literally, I mean, this house is so small. She's literally 2 feet further away from me, but it just feels weird that I can't see her. I mean, I can on the monitor, but like, you know, so I had like a full hysterical cry sesh last night, and I cried in the vlog too. It was just a hard day. Ready to start the week, ready to get going this week, hoping my period will end and things will start getting better. We can start setting up the garage gym and get things ready for the next month when I no longer have a gym membership, and I can really start focusing on my health, because you guys, I don't feel like myself. But I am confident that things are changing. So speaking of changing, I need to make this food so I can do my food freedom course, and that is one of the ways that things will be changing. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Lots of vulnerability. It was a very emotional weekend, I feel like. But thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.